you've made a big claim. It's actually one of your biggest claims to date. It's one you made years ago, and it looks like it's actually starting to play out. I want to quote something that you wrote last week. All the once unstoppable big tech stocks are crashing, led by a 71% drop in Netflix, a 46% drop in Meta, and a 41% drop in Nvidia stock. Luke, the question is, what's causing these stocks to drop?
Right, yeah. So big tech is dead is a claim that I've made multiple times before. It kind of started making that claim in July of 2021. Came public with that claim. People looked at me like I was crazy. Since then, those stocks have collapsed. You've talked about some of the declines that we've seen across big tech stocks. And so what is happening? Why is big tech finally healing over? Well, we think that competition has finally caught up to big tech. So our original thesis was simply, hey, let's look at the big tech companies. Let's look at Facebook. Let's look at Amazon. Let's look at Netflix. How did they get so big? How did they get to where they got? They did that by being the category creators, the first movers in exponential growth industries. Netflix essentially made streaming TV. Facebook essentially made social media. Amazon essentially made e-commerce. They were the first movers. They created the categories. And for years and years and years, they grew in these open fields without much competition. So they grew very, very rapidly and compounded that growth year after year. Not to mention they did so at very attractive margins because, again, the competition was very mitigated. However, that's now changed because we are 10 plus years, 10, 15 years into these exponential growth industries. Social media has been around for 15 years. Everybody has a social media account. Streaming TV has been around for 10 years. Everybody is on streaming TV. Everybody subscribes to a streaming TV service. E-commerce has been around for 20 years. Everybody now shops online. Well, guess what? Because all the demand has shifted, all the supply is shifting now too to chase that demand, meaning that Facebook is no longer running in open fields in social media. You have Snapchat, you have Pinterest, you have Twitter, you have TikTok, you have Reddit. You have all of these other very formidable platforms that are growing their user bases very quickly. Uncoincidentally, Facebook is losing users for the first time in its 20-year history as a company, near 20-year history as a company. Let's go to Netflix, HBO Max, YouTube TV, Disney Plus, Apple TV Plus, Peacock. I mean, there are so many streaming options out there now, and guess what? People are signing up for those. They're liking what they're seeing. They're enjoying those services, and some of those people are now cutting Netflix. So for the first time in its history as a streaming TV company, so post 2012, Netflix is losing subscribers. Not a coincidence. Let's go to Amazon. Now all of a sudden you have, well, you've always had eBay, but now you have Etsy. Now you have Wayfair for home goods. Now you have Chewy for dog food. Now you have Carvana for cars, though you weren't really shopping for cars on Amazon.com. Related accessories still. You have all those Shopify stores, all those big commerce stores popping up. You now can shop on Pinterest. You now can shop on Snapchat. You now can shop on TikTok. So all of a sudden the e-commerce playing field has been leveled, and uncoincidentally, Amazon's e-commerce business, its online store business, is seeing its revenues decline for the first time ever, minus 1% year over year last quarter. So you're seeing that the competition has caught up to big tech, and big tech is now not growing as quickly, and in fact, in many instances, not growing at all and declining. Netflix's user base in decline. Facebook's user base in decline. Amazon's e-commerce revenues in decline. So you're seeing the big tech growth trajectory crest and start to come down the other side. That's why the stocks are falling. They were priced as unstoppable, invincible tech giants that nobody was ever going to catch. But guess what? Small, disruptive tech startups are catching them, and they're leaving a dent. That's bad news for big tech. That's great news for small tech. Because it's not like we're not watching streaming TV. It's not like we're not shopping online. It's not like we're not interacting on social media. We are. We're doing all those things more than ever before. We're just doing them less so on Facebook and more so on Snapchat and TikTok. We're just shopping less so on Amazon and more so on all those Shopify and big commerce stores. We're just watching less streaming TV on Netflix and more on Apple TV Plus, which, by the way, has some fantastic shows. I don't know if you have Apple TV Plus, but I think they are killing Netflix in the original content game. But anyways, the point being, we are shifting our time to those smaller players. Those smaller players are earning a bigger piece of a growing pie. That means they're going to be growing doubly quickly. That's why I think the implication here is to ditch big tech, run into small tech. There's a change in the guard happening. You got to get on the right side of the shift.
Thanks for watching HGI Clips. For the full episode, head on over to our sister channel at Hypergrowth Investing by clicking the link in the description or listen to the podcast on any of your favorite streaming platforms. We make new episodes every Wednesday, so make sure to check it out and subscribe to never miss any of Luke's Hypergrowth insights.